Lights.
Camera. Action. Hello everyone, welcome to PDP, the Prescribed Dosage podcast for Prescribed Dosage Entertainment. I am Squidface and joined always by...
Boulder the Magnificent.
And it is the week of May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you.
Nerd.
Surprised we didn't have
Jonathan
Azrael.
Yeah,
Azrael.
I don't think it was Azrael.
It was something like that.
Azazel?
Azazel. That's
I'm just going to call him Hazel now. Anyway. Yeah, we should have had him on this week.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we were supposed to record yesterday, which would have been May the 3rd, and that didn't have quite the same ring to it.
How about go fuck yourself?
No.
No.
No, I don't want to do that.
All right.
A couple of big stories this week. Some not so important, some pretty important, some...
I have one story that about me that happened about less than an hour ago.
I'd like to hear this. I didn't hear this.
So, had to go back to Walmart to pick up energy drinks and whatever. Nikki had to go get a sports bra. So I was like, okay, I'll pick that up for her. So I go to the till with the sports bra and energy drinks. And...
Big mistake.
Yeah. The fucking asshole cashier looks me dead in the eye and says, "Are you sure this is going to fit you?"
Who was it?
It was that old fucking Chinese asshole.
That dude's awesome.
No, the chick. The short one. The CSM. Yes, that one. She's an asshole. She's on my shit list now.
That's awesome.
As soon as I told that to Nikki and her dad and girlfriend.
People?
It was burping. Fuck off. As soon as I told that to them, they burst out laughing. And I was like, great. I hate everybody. I really do.
Prepare for jokes for that forever. And on top of that, when's your birthday again? I know what to get you now.
I will murder you.
I just have to know your size. I don't know your size. Visit the sensor for you.
And slowly. Any stories on your end from this week?
Not in my life. My life's been pretty boring. Just saving up money, stuff like that. So not getting out much, not seeing anything new.
Hookers are getting expensive.
Hookers and blow. They're getting pretty expensive.
No, hookers and then you blow.
Same thing.
Anyway, I have a few other stories.
You went to Airsoft yesterday. How was that?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah, I blew up my fucking leg again. Last week on Wednesday, what was the date of that?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Dates of the month, they're hard, I know. I went to Airsoft, and it was... Excuse me, Jesus. Can't stop burping. Went to Airsoft right after the podcast. So, I haven't been airsofting in like 8 months because numerous reasons. And I forgot how much of an exercise thing it was. First game, I book it to the first cover, and I'm panting for 5 fucking minutes.
Yep.
It was horrible.
You keep that exercise.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start doing that because it was bad. Way worse than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah. You never know how fast the human body will degrade if you just stop doing one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a Tokyo Marui Glock, and I got 8 kills with it last week, and I got 11 kills with it this week.
Nice.
It is amazing. My $3,000 M14, on the other hand, broke down.
Well, it ain't no AK.
Quick fix for the M14, though. It's just a fuse, which... you know what a fuse is?
I know what a fuse is.
So it's thing, and then it has 2 filaments connecting.
Yeah.
And if too much power, it just disconnects. Well, it's supposed to, not melt, but it's supposed to, disconnect the 2 things inside disconnect the filaments. This one almost set it on fire.
Oh, dear.
When I saw, it burnt out, I didn't know it was the filament. When I went to the airsoft place and he took it apart and he showed me, there was scorch marks on the glass. Like, it was on fire.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
But a quick fix, how much did that cost you, though?
Free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Especially, yeah. It took them, like, an hour. Like, dropped it off. Me, Nikki, everybody went to, like, brunch or whatever. Came back, got it fixed. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's handy. It's nice when things in this world are free. They could have charged you $200 for all we cared.
I would have paid it, too.
Jesus.
Yeah, M14, man. When it works, it's fucking pristine. But it craps out every, like, game and a half. But now that I know it's just the fuse that keeps on breaking, it's a quick fix.
Just keep watching it, yeah.
No. I just ripped it out. I had him rip out the entire fuse.
Oh, good.
Because the thing is rated for 30 volts. Mm-hmm. And it was blowing from that.
Not a good fuse.
Mm-hmm. And then last year, one of the reasons why I didn't really feel like going to Airsoft, besides the house being a shit show, was that there was this one asshole. I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to call him asshole from now on. Who, the name of the game is Airsoft.
Yeah, man.
You get hit with a BB. What happens?
You're out.
Yes.
Well, but did you mean like physical damage or
no, like
mental damage? Because I'm sure it's probably like traumatizing.
He's already mentally damaged. Anyway, so you get hit with a BB. You go back to the respawn. You wait your minute. You come back.
Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
You wait 1 minute.
Well,
I'm fuzzy on the rules.
It depends on the game. It's fluid.
There's ones where you're completely out, right? Till the squad's eliminated or the intel carrier's captured. I watched videos. Go on.
So you get hit, you're out.
All right.
Not a big deal. Happens to everybody. Like, I've been doing it for 6 years. I think I'm pretty good at Airsoft. It still happens to me. Shit happens.
Yeah. Do people keep track of their KD ratios and that?
Not ratios, but they say, oh yeah, I got killed 5 times, and I was like, I murdered 30 people. So they don't actually
murdered 30 people.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Murdered 30 people in the face.
Yeah. Wee woo.
No, but this asshole doesn't take his hits.
Okay.
And there's been numerous times where, yes, I know you're running directly at me. I am full auto, 30 BBs a second. I'm hitting you center mass, and you duck off to the left and say, I'm not hit. Yeah. Infuriating when he comes around the corner when I know he's hit, and he shoots me point blank. Full auto.
So, asshole.
Asshole.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to play with him anymore. One of the reasons why, blah, blah, blah. So I found out last year that the asshole at the season ender, where there was a few hundred people, he got put in the corner.
Good.
I really wish we had a dunce cap or whatever. He was actually pulled aside for not taking his hits and had to go sit out for half an hour. In front of everybody.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, so everybody, like the higher-ups, everybody knows that he's a little shitbag like that. And everybody's watching him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's going to get banned soon. Yeah. I really, really fucking hope.
So that's the thing I could never do with Airsoft, is because, I don't know, I'd paranoid. I'm a very honest type of person when it comes to stuff like that. That even if I, like, tripped and, like, fell on a twig and I felt like I'd been shot or something, whatever, I would probably just call myself out.
Well,
because I wouldn't want to get caught cheating, even though I'm not trying to. It's like, I get shot once and I don't feel it. Like the guy said, I watched a few videos. Like he said, it's like, it happens. From higher powered rifles, like he was using a sniper rifle. He said, probably not. You're probably going to notice it, but if you don't, it's whatever. But then he was calling out people for not calling their shots, and it's like, you're going to find that in every game, right? But I would like to think that I would never want to do that.
I've been called on not taking my hits too. Sometimes shit happens out of your control. You don't feel it. Something else hits you, like as you said, a tree branch hits you as someone shoots you. You don't feel it. Just shit happens. But if you actually think, like whenever I actually think I'm shot, and I hear a thud or whatever, and I'm not sure, like if I was shot or what, I just hold still, because someone's gonna shoot you again if you're shot.
Yeah.
So if someone has a bead on you, they'll peg you again.
Yeah.
So then you know you're out.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess that's the one caveat to it as opposed to paintball, right? Paintball you can see because it's a clear visible marker that you can wipe your paint, but you can still get caught, right? And then that's a bigger problem. You get kicked out for wiping paint, right? So I guess that's the one caveat is the guy I watched, he had the video feed of his scope and his GoPro, and you could clearly see it. Like, you probably know the same guy.
Novrich?
No.
Who?
Solo something? Solo something? I don't know. I'd have to show you. Regardless, you could clearly see the BB like hitting the people. And you're like, all right, but I guess he's so far away and they don't see him. They're like, well, did something hit me? Probably, but I mean,
shit happens. But when it continues to happen, that's when I get fucking pissed off.
Oh yeah, of course. So moving on, I did forget something did happen. My friend's application with Blizzard.
Oh, how'd that go?
Very good. He's not hired yet.
Shit.
Not yet. They actually. Well, you know how I said last time that they were doing an interview.
The project or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the project, and then they wanted to talk to him about it after, and they basically got him and like 7 other people he don't know into a Skype call, and he just had to. They're just like, okay, go. And he's like, go what? Go, do what? And they're like, and so he asked, well, what do you want me to do? And they said, talk about the project that you just made, things about it, like treat us like a content team that you would be talking to about this. So he did that, and then they wanted to see other bits of his work, and usually that's a pretty good sign if they're checking out his other bits of work, because they're a specialist group, right? They make games, right?
Yeah, they have to have it catered for a specific audience.
Exactly. So, but what's funny is I'm gonna call you out here, Steve. You play 0 Blizzard games. Yes.
Oh,
now
you just got his application in the trash can. Is what you did. Right
now they
there,
have
man.
yet to ask him what Blizzard games he plays, and I'm like, man, there's 3 free Blizzard games. Pick one. Shit, I'll play Hearthstone with you. Hearthstone is free. Heroes of the Storm is free, and StarCraft 1 is free. Fucking play it. And he's just like, I'm gonna probably have to play them pretty freaking quick, and I'm like, just. Pick one, and he's like, well, I play MOBAs, and I'm like, then play Heroes of the Storm. Shit.
It's like, you're playing for a competitor? Fuck you, get the fuck out.
Exactly. Like, how is it going to look when you roll in there on your first day, and they say, oh, well, what game do you play? And he's just like, League of Legends. And they kick him the fuck out.
And what happens is, like, he's at, like, a board meeting or whatever, and everybody just, like, looks down the big board, just pushes his ass out the window.
They just shake their heads. Everyone's seen that meme of the guy... The unfavored guy at the boardroom that jumps out the window, the cartoon. That's
him. What do you mean jumps? He's
fucking thrown. Yeah, to be fair, he's thrown. Yeah. So I'm like, you have to play more Blizzard games, and I'm like, just buy Overwatch. It's the newest one. At least if you haven't put a lot of time into it, they can be like, okay, well, yeah, you work, and they're not gonna not accept him because of that.
Or just like at the board meeting in Family Guy, where the guy takes off this like trophy from the wall or whatever and just beats the shit out of the fucker. You remember that?
Yeah. Man, I'm worried for him. Because I'd like to think they wouldn't fire someone over that, but I guarantee everyone that works there has played a Blizzard game
at least once.
So I don't know. I'd like to see him not get fired.
Man, you just called him out.
Well,
asshole.
Well, the fact that
does he listen?
No.
Oh, okay.
But at least as far as I'm aware, he might. I don't know.
Good luck, dude.
Sorry, Steve.
We're rooting for you. If you don't get the job, well,
fuck with you. No, I'd like to think he might get it. If he doesn't, oh well. He'll technically be moving closer. If he gets it, he'll be moving to California.
Well, even with that, if he doesn't get the job, he's still in that fucking caliber of shit.
Yeah.
Like, miles above everybody else and what everybody else can do. So, his options would be there right in front of him.
Oh, yeah. He didn't get the Facebook one, which he said he probably didn't really want anyway, but you always apply. It's just, it helps your self-esteem, get you more comfortable with the applicationing process and everything. Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Applicationing process.
The whole process with getting hired. Sorry.
That's how English works. Fuck you.
He says in broken English.
Eat a dick.
Anyway, I'd like to see him move. He's really set in South Carolina, though. Got a nice house. Kid goes to soccer practice.
Sell that shit.
That kind of stuff. What?
The kid.
Sell the kid. Is that what you just...
Just a look of shock on your face. Just like,
he
really,
bought
dude?
He
really?
bought a new car. He might have to. You never know. Healthcare comes up. You never know. They did just pass the bill. And what's it called? So... to start the process but it's got to go to like the Senate or something.
Yeah,
it's complicated. I'm not even going to start.
No, just no.
So big stories around the interwebs. Daddy of 5 lost custody of his 2 kids. 2 out of 5 of them. Obviously, they were just his kids, not his and hers, I guess. You hear about that whole...
No.
You never heard of that YouTube channel, Daddy of 5?
No.
They do prank videos on their kids. And not like leave or tie a rubber band around the faucet or anything. They would like break the kids' Xboxes and they'd get them new ones, and they like spilled ink on the floor of the one kid's room and blamed it on him. And they're just like, "You better clean that." And they're like yelling at the kid, and the other kids like get violent with each other and stuff. And it's like a baby fight ring.
That's messed up.
And then they have the kids at the end say like, and they the most common phrase that people are using now, it's kind of like a meme. "It's just a prank, bro." And that's what he said to his kids. And they might be at that age, but they're at an impressionable age where you can't do that because it's shaping their mindset.
Them to be assholes.
You're shaping their mindset to be that way, and that's not all right. And I guess they've come out with like 7 apology videos saying, "We didn't want this to happen. We don't want to lose our kids." And then they lost their kids, and then they're like, "This is devastating. People that have stuck with us, we appreciate it." Blah 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 blah.
How many apology videos did they have to come out with?
I think they've come out with 2 or at least 3. 7 was just a gross overestimate.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
even one apology video is enough.
Is cringeworthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think this is their second one. I'd like to say maybe their third because I know they've been on a few shows. Like they went on. I can't remember that guy's name. Very infamous show.
Jerry Springer.
No, YouTube show. You don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. You should do that.
How about Go Fuck Yourself? Which I still have to
Drama Alert. I think they went on, or Keemster. One of those two. Like, you know the news little shows where they sit behind a desk and they rant about what they want.
It's kind of like us, but professional.
Kind of like us, but more professional. And it's a YouTube video. Actually, just a podcast where we will talk about more of things. They will just talk about this the entire time.
Speaking of professional, who's phoning you?
Kaylee.
What you want?
I don't know.
Kaylee, he's not going to do whatever you want.
I'm not answering. I'm assuming she... Wait, why is it 3 o'clock? I will pause 1 second.
So
sorry about that brief interlude. I got a call. I was supposed to go into work. Sorry, Kaylee. I totally forgot about it. But I will not be going into work. It was just a picked up shift, and there is apparently a lot of people there. I did not ask if it was a no truck day, but all that matters
you're a fucking idiot.
Is that I'm an idiot, and
you were the one that was asking for extra shifts.
Here's the thing: I asked for extra shifts, and then I phoned in sick the last one. To be fair, it was a legitimate reason. I actually had the pain was starting to develop in my ear from the blockage, and usually I don't know. Did I explain it on last week's podcast? I think I explained it like 2 podcasts ago. The blockage in my ear, I was using just the general flush stuff, but it says it takes 2 to 3 days. So I left it for about 4 days, using it every day. And it says to use 2 to 3 times a day. I was using it 4, just trying to get this shit out. And it's helps? Very annoying. Huh?
Olive oil.
I did try olive oil. That was what the doctor recommended after. She said, just try that every once in a while before you come in. And I'm like, yeah, that's no problem. No one wants to send
it. It doesn't get rid of it, but it softens it the fuck up.
And then hopefully you can get it out. No, that was the first thing the doctor recommended. But also, I sat in the doctor's office for 2.5 hours waiting for that. Yeah. That's what happens when you walk in as opposed to get an appointment. So.
All right. Now, what the fuck were we talking about before Kaylee calling?
We were talking about the Daddy of 5 stuff. So he lost custody of his 2 kids. Apparently the mom found out what was happening and everything like that.
Wait, hold up. The mom was involved?
No, they have 5 kids. That's why it's called Daddy of 5.
Yeah.
Him and his want to say wife, but I don't know if they're married, so I'm just going to leave it at that. They have 5 kids, but he has 2 from a previous relationship, I guess. And then I think they have 3 together. I think that's how that goes. And those 2 were in on it. But
that's all kinds of fuck up.
But the mother of his
the
2
original
children was not, and she did not know about it. You know, older people don't browse YouTube every 3 minutes or keep on top of tech news, right? So after she finally heard about it, she got a little upset.
No shit.
She's now has custody of the kids, and they're getting treatment and everything. They're getting like evaluations and everything, making sure they're okay physically and mentally, right? Because that's not cool.
That's fucked up. That's beyond fucked up.
Well, it is. It really is, and it's not really fair. And I again, I feel bad for not going to work, but
as you're checking your fucking phone again.
Yeah, I feel bad. Anyway, hopefully everything gets figured out. They said they're not gonna. I think they said they're not gonna put up videos anymore. But I mean, what does that mean? That was their main source of income, and I don't know what else is gonna come from that. So you never know. I have more news, little tech news, like iPhone sales dropped. Big shock that to Apple that iPhone sales were down, but their overall profit was still up. So they were like, huh, interesting. But their iPhone sales were down. Obviously, a lot of competitors this year. It's not just Samsung versus Apple. There's the Google Pixel. Sold a lot, got a lot of hype. So
no idea what that is. It's
a nice phone, nice little phone. Obviously from Google, so Microsoft. So not bad. They're weighing themselves in the market, you know. I'll let you talk about JK.
So, J.K. Rowling, total bitch, kills
that,
all of the favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single one.
Almost.
Sirius Black was a father figure to me. And he was only in like 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
I hate her.
There's a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she has apologized for killing off Snape.
She makes it every year. She apologizes for someone's death. This year it's Snape. A lot of people were unhappy. You hear about that? People going on Twitter like,
oh yeah,
like, why did you just not kill him in the first place? And it's like,
because of plot. Also,
because
you're
of
a
plot.
bitch. This just in, J.K. Rowling, total bitch.
She doesn't listen to the podcast.
She will now.
Even if she did, she wouldn't now. Look at you calling her a bitch. I love your work, J.K. Rowling.
Flawless work.
Love it.
I love your work, J.K.
Rowling.
Damn it.
I already told that Harry Potter joke. It's no good no more.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke. That was just sad.
It was a joke. It was funny. I have one thing that I exclamation point, and I was going to underline and highlight and write in all caps. Can we discuss for a minute the cost of Lego? It's too damn high! The cost of Lego is way too damn high. I was just out of curiosity. I was zoning, and I went through and I looked through the cost of all these products, like the old Connect blocks, and remember the old metal ones where you use little square screws or nuts with the little wrench that you get with it. All that shit is expensive. Like Legos, the cheapest Lego set I seen was like $30, and it was just like a little house with some flowers.
I remember when back in the 90s, whenever I'd go up to my grandparents' place in Vancouver, every single time they'd have new Lego, new shit like that. And they said, well, how much does it cost? They said, oh yeah, it's only a few dollars. And you'd get like huge fucking tubs.
Oh yeah. That's what's crazy now is they used to sell so many big tubs and like get the 500 brick set and just build. Now it's all sets and it's all like Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's all that stuff, which is all right, but you're kind of restricting the kids' creativity at that point. But I mean, you can still build Lego whatever you want. You don't have to follow the instructions. But I don't know. It feels like they're catering more towards a fan base now, where it's just like, if you want to buy these super awesome, cool Star Wars toys because you love Star Wars, you got to pay the price because we had to pay the price to get the Star Wars licensing on it. So.
There's it must have been a couple years ago now, but I saw this one video of this fucking kid, fucking genius, made an M249 belt-fed machine gun. Yeah. It had rubber bands and shit, fired like blocks of Lego, and then had shit shooting out the side.
Oh yeah.
In full auto. out of fucking Lego. That boggles the fucking mind.
Well,
how
as
he
much
did
as
that.
some people say, oh, some people are just gifted, it's like, but you can always learn what they learn. No, I can't. I'm never gonna be a good artist. I
Yeah, you're a shitty podcaster too.
I'm
Jesus.
a shitty podcaster. I'm a shitty talker. I'm just shitty in general. Now,
You have that on recording now.
I took all of art and food classes. I was bad at both. Now, I always thought if you tried hard enough, you would get better at something. Now, it turns out I was not. If I maybe committed a bit more and actually had a bigger passion for it, of course, you can always get better at whatever you want. But I did not have a passion for either of those two things. Therefore, I sucked.
And swallowed.
But some people just had such a natural talent for it. Being in those classes, you really see it. Like, you're like, wow, these people actually have a desire to be here and everything. And I'm basically a hindrance to these people because they were always in group projects and stuff.
You should be used to that by now.
I'm so glad when you add your 2 cents.
Love you too.
Because that means that's all you have.
Oh, fuck off.
But I think the Lego's so expensive.
It is.
I was going to buy just like a box. Yeah, just for fun. Yeah, just for fun.
Nostalgia.
Well, not even nostalgia. Me and Christine like to do things while we watch movies. So we'll build...
Kinky.
Yeah. We'll build... not as much as you think. We build Lego... Or not build Lego. Build puzzles. We haven't colored yet, but we're talking about doing coloring. We just do things like that.
Exciting.
I know. Super exciting. So, and we watch old shows and stuff like that, and we just do stuff in the background, right? Everyone. I'd like to think everyone does that now. Shut up. So Lego was going to be one of those. I was just going to buy a tub of Lego and come home and play with Lego, but I guess that's far off cost because like a tub of Lego is like $700. So,
Hey, for only the low price of $50.
You want to repeat that for the people that don't understand Klingon?
For the low price of a hand job, you can have all my old Lego.
No thanks. Why are you looking at me like that, you creeper? You're like half a hand job. This is like Don't Mess
Not
with the
to
Zohan with
completion.
its negotiations. Jesus. You see that movie?
What?
Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Oh my God! Don't bring that up.
But you've seen the negotiation scene? I want 3 of your wives. No. I want 1 of your wives. No. She give 1 pee-pee touch. Speaking of toys, I've foreseen this. Shut up.
That was an awesome segue. Continue.
Speaking of toys and new toys coming out, I kind of predicted it. Rocket League is going to have a toy line. You know the Rocket League cars? People buy the shit out of Hot Wheels now.
Yeah.
People collect the shit out of everything on Rocket League. I wasn't surprised when I seen the fact that Rocket League is getting a little toy line. Will they have little toppers and caps and everything? That remains to be seen. But for the most part, it will have a little car line. So that's pretty cool to see video games kind of still inching its way in slowly into everything.
Yeah. Well, it's $1 billion market.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Billions and billions of dollars. But I
Well-
think that's pretty cool.
what else you got?
I'm still talking about it. Are you going to buy any cars?
I hate you.
Yeah, me either.
One thing I wanted to do was for my sister's birthday a few years back. She liked the Mario Kart. I wanted to get remote control vehicles and put balloons on the back and knives in the front.
That's awesome.
Yeah. At
It's like,
Walmart.
That's a video I've seen before.
Yeah.
Drunk
almost
Roombas. Yeah.
It's almost like I saw that and I wanted to recreate it. Recreate
with-
something that happened on the internet.
But with remote control cars, it'd be a little bit more interesting. Until you drive it at the enemy.
Yeah, instead of driving it at the other car, just at my
Right at their
sister's-
driver, yeah.
Yeah.
Would be funny.
Gonna
but
cut a bench.
terrifying. Nothing. I've been watching a lot of primitive technology. Kind of get hyped for that.
Fucking amazing, isn't it?
Really amazing. And it's crazy that the guy doesn't talk in the videos. Has 26 videos. It has 4.5 million subscribers.
I think we should send him, since he's always he only has the shorts on. Maybe we send him a shirt.
We should send him a shirt. He'll probably rip it up and use it.
Send him a shirt.
Send him a shirt, yeah. All the way from Canada. Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
Can't be that hard to send it from Canada to Australia, I'm sure. Just a pelican. Open your mouth, pelican.
That's how we do it in Canada.
Pelicans? Yeah. Isn't that how you send messages? All
Absolutely.
the way to New Brunswick?
Don't make me hurt you.
Speak like a maritimer.
Did you see the water hammer one?
Yeah, that was his latest one.
That shit. Oh, yeah.
What?
The dude can make anything.
Yeah, basically.
How?
He hasn't made a hammer yet. He's made an axe, but it's basically a hammer. Anyway, I like that he has his main videos where he makes the things, and then he has the other videos where he makes like the houses and huts and everything like that. The ordering is obviously different because I guess he wants to show how to do these things. But one thing I really like is that he pretty much always shows when he makes a fire. That he doesn't just use. He shows how easy it is.
Just
He
like
doesn't.
Mom.
Yes. She listens, by the way. He doesn't.
Really?
Yes. He doesn't. He always makes a fire from scratch.
Are you okay? You
Yeah.
dying?
No, I'm coughing up phlegm. I don't know why. He always makes one from scratch, as opposed to just keeping it and making it. To be fair, it's always hot. It's not like he's staying there overnight. But I like that he always shows it, so you know it's
Super easy.
super easy. Well,
Demystifies it.
it's not, of course. But at the same time, you're not going to just go out there and find these twigs and immediately do it. It's practice, of course. The guy's good at it. But it's not like drawing or cooking like I was describing earlier. It's not something you have to practice at every day of every year to get good at. I think you can get pretty good at it pretty quick. But to make the water hammer is a different story.
That is, fuck. I still can't believe he did that.
Yeah. It's not obviously compared to anything we have now. It's nothing spectacular. So if you're going in there expecting it to be a mass production thing, it's not interesting. But it's something that doesn't take his effort to do, but it's doing work. Mm-hmm. And that's a primitive technology, and that's impressive that he used just water, wood, and that's it. Dun, 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 dun. That's all, folks. Anyway,
Hey,
I've been liking it a lot. Of course, I watched all the videos. He only has 26. Some of them are 4 minutes. Some of them are 16 minutes. But
I want to try and make one of those forges, or the kilns, or whatever the hell they call them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try and do that.
Well, he makes a kiln like 7 different times through the videos. Just like a little kiln just to fire the clay. And I'd like to think we could do that. We might have to make it a stretch goal.
Well,
Stretch
okay.
goal. We'll try to make a kiln for you.
We had we haven't done it in fucking forever, but we had a challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you remember that back in the old days?
Yeah, back in the old days. That was like 3 months ago now.
Yeah, we haven't done it forever.
Well, it's your turn.
Fuck
to be
you.
fair, so
I challenge you to a Vorion. Anyway.
I looked at the price of that. I'm not buying that. Sorry.
One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to do a live action one. And we had this plan, or I had this plan, that he agreed to.
I may have bailed out on going camping. I'll just say that. Go ahead.
So, me, Nikki, Kaylee, Christine, and Justin
People.
agreed to go camping. So, Christine and Kaylee wanted a hotel for a bathroom.
They don't, they're not outdoors people. Like, I don't know. Like, even Christine, when she said she went camping and everything, there was always like a motorhome and stuff. I know.
Anyway.
To be fair, some of them weren't raised in this country.
Yeah, true.
Wow. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No.
Anyway.
I went camping a lot. Did you go camping a lot?
Oh, hell yeah.
Exactly. So it's just the matter of being comfortable in that environment. The environment.
So my plan was for the challenge accepted was he was going to bring all of his gear and shit like that for the camping trip.
Like a good little Boy Scout.
Yeah, and I would steal it all and have him survive on his own. We would be there to pick him up when he finally decides to kill himself. But yes, I wanted to do that so badly.
Well,
that was the sole purpose of me wanting to go camping.
We also discussed many different things we could have done with that. Like I was gonna say, you just do it like a behind the scenes where you're like, and this is where we take all of his stuff, and we'll see you in 3 days. And then it's like 3 days later, and then you come back, and I have like carcasses on me, and I'm just like wearing 6 animals and blood everywhere.
My buddy has this fur coat. I really wanted to borrow from him.
and just like a hut in the distance, and I'm just like a wild man. I have like a 17-year-old beard somehow from somewhere. I just grew it for it. You know, time goes slower when you're out in the wildlands. It's only been 3 years.
I hate you.
And then of course we were gonna have you film me the entire time, me just trying to survive. But then it's me and you basically, right?
I still want to do that, you little shit.
What you should have did is you should have not told me, did it, and then left a note saying "Survive. This is content!" ! And I would have had to do something. And then at the bottom, P.S. Record it yourself. 'Cause I'm not here. And then I would have been brought up my phone. I've been like,
no,
I'm gonna walk to the nearest campsite.
Me and Nikki, we booked the time off, and then they decided to cancel.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you're not gonna enjoy your time off anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna go camping anyway.
Exactly. So
I need a new tent though.
Like I said, if my significant other wanted to go, 100%, I would go.
Pussy.
If it's just me, you, and Nikki, I'm gonna be in the middle of you two. It's gonna be awkward. You know, you'll wake up. I'll be cuddling you. It'll be weird. There'll be a spoon and a fork somewhere.
What the fuck?
Wait, you don't spoon, Colton?
I hate you.
That explains some things.
No, our cats get in the way.
Are you done with your stories? Do you want to move on to some gaming news?
What other stories do I got?
Well, you have 3 little jot notes, and you've double spaced and used the largest font possible in your writing. So
how about go fuck yourself? No, what other fucking shit came around on?
So without anything else to talk about, we'll go on to gaming news. Because I kind of segue into it. Oh, no, I do have another story. Oh my god, we almost missed it.
Oh my god!
Never do that again. So now airlines are competing to see who can be the worst airline out there. And surprisingly, my vote is not for Air Canada anymore. United still wins that. I didn't like Air Canada because they couldn't book me on an empty flight in my own country 2 hours away. That's why they aggravated me. Anyway, moving on. There's a California family kicked off a Delta flight, basically, Delta flight after being told to give up their child's seat. Yes, their child. Let me just read this little news story. It's from People magazine. Interesting. California couple were traveling with their 2 toddlers. Say they were kicked off a Los Angeles-bound Delta flight from Hawaii. So, from Hawaii to Los Angeles. On April 23rd for refusing to give up a seat held by their 2-year-old son. So that's one of their children. They were basically told, leave their child or go to jail.
Why the fuck? What was it for, though?
That's just it. If flights or...
No. Like, why was he getting booted off?
That's what I'm trying to read here. Oh. It's obviously, there's a YouTube video and everything. You and your wife will be in jail. Employees are saying you have to give up your seat or you're going to jail. Your wife's going to jail and they'll take your kids from you.
What is it with fucking flights lately?
I don't know. Brian said, I'm assuming that's the father, he told a flight attendant that he originally bought the seat for his 18-year-old son Mason, but decided to put him on an earlier flight so that he could use it for his younger child, Grayson, not Mason, who was in a car seat. So they wanted to fly with the little kid and let the older child fly sooner, I guess. Mm-hmm. But the airline told them that they needed the seat for another passenger because the flight was overbooked. That's a very great word. Now that this is getting so mainstream, being overbooked, there's going to be like 6 indie films pop up called Overbooked. Oh my god, it's going to be like the Langoliers over here soon.
Oh, Jesus.
And the passenger whose name was originally on the seat, Mason, wasn't there. So they were able to kick him off. You're saying you're going to give that away to someone else when I paid for the seat? That's not right. You need to do what's right. I bought the seat. You need to just leave us alone. It's true. You can't... That's the thing. It feels like they're cramming too many people into these things. Like, I don't mean planes. I mean, like, in general, they're just like, oh, yeah, just you can buy your ticket and we'll put you on waiting. No, just don't sell them a ticket. If there's no seats available, guess that's it. Like, the fact that they have a waiting just in case people don't show up on the plane kind of worries me. Like, I would never wait I'd never go on a waiting list. If anything else came down to it, I would just either wait for another flight, which, whatever, I'll get one earlier, get one later, whatever. Or work something else out. But I would never go on like a waiting list because that's crazy.
I don't understand why the hell they would overbook a plane.
I don't understand overbooking in general. I don't know how it happens.
Like, there's a set number of seats in a fucking plane, correct?
Yeah.
They don't have some, like, clown or whatever in back just randomly chucking shit out the back end.
Yep. Or seats.
Why the fuck would they... It's like, okay, we can hold 150 people.
Yeah.
How many tickets are we selling for this flight? 160.
That makes no sense. That's like United Airlines with their whole... They had to put crew members on board, so they had to kick people off. It's like, okay, but that's your fault, so maybe you have to think of something else. Sorry. They paid for these tickets. You can't just remove them, but apparently by law they can. But apparently the guy did win the settlement, so that's good. Or they settled, I guess. He didn't win the lawsuit. They settled. Something like that.
I hope he took him for every fucking dime they had. I actually saw a picture.
I hope he starts... I hope he Soul Planes. Have you ever seen Soul Plane? Very... the older type movie. I'm trying to think of that. I think it's Kevin Hart. Very old movie. I'm going to look it up. Continue.
I saw this one picture. It was an Asian, like, army person, and he had in the plane or whatever. I'm not sure if it was a commercial flight or like a military flight or whatever, but he had an M16 or like an M4 in his hands, and then it says whenever an Asian flies United.
Yeah.
Fucking thing.
Yeah.
Asian with a gun.
Yeah, the army guy, yeah. So it is Kevin Hart, and a couple other people like Method Man. Snoop Dogg is the pilot of the plane. Now, this is what happens. So he goes on a plane. Let me just read the synopsis. Let me just tell you its ratings. 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. 4.4 out of 10 for IMDb. It's a pretty funny movie. It's worth a see. Following a ridiculous, awful flight which leads to his pet's death, Nashawn Wade, so Kevin Hart, files a lawsuit against the airline, wins a multi-million-dollar settlement. Determined to create a better flying experience, Nashawn starts his own airline, one that caters to an African-American clientele. Soul Plane. Going into business with a tricked-out plane piloted by a smooth Captain Mac, so Snoop Dogg. Yeah, he already doesn't look like a captain, but it's funny that he rolls in there and he's the captain, and they're like, what? He's the captain? And it's actually a very stupidly ridiculous but funny movie. The airline hits a snag when it has to deal with the family of Elvis Hunky, Tom Arnold. Very white gentleman. You know Tom Arnold?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he the drug dealer?
I don't know. Like, was he caught for it, you mean?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Let's not slander people on our podcast. We
No,
don't know.
that comes later. Anyway.
Hey, he sold me some good stuff. No. So I was just talking about Soul Plane. I think it's funny because it's kind of around the same lines where he has a terrible flight experience, sues, gets a lot of money, and I was just saying he creates his own airline. The doctor that got kicked off the flight starts his own airline, Doctor Airlines or something like, just for Asians, you know, like. What? What would be the name of that movie? Soul Plane is for...
I'm not saying it.
Hey, we're not.
I'm not saying it.
We're
No,
not venturing down that road. I don't blame you.
Nope.
This is how we get fans, right?
I'm a horrible person.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear it. So now we can move on to some very serious gaming news. Very serious gaming news. I played the Switch for the first time.
Where?
At work.
Yes.
While working.
Uh-huh.
There's large expanses of time where we're at work. Well, not large expanses, but expanses of time where we have
10 minutes downtime or so.
Yeah, where we have nothing to do. So my boss brought in his Nintendo Switch, and of course he hypes it up. He's like, it's really awesome. Look at it, and so we go in there. And he's like, you have to play, and I'm like, well, all right, but you gotta make sure I don't get in trouble for this. And he's like, oh yeah, you're fine. So I played like a whole round of Mario Kart. Of course, I don't lose. I'm awesome. But I was versing I did have a severe handicap. I'm sorry. I was versing Kaylee. Still don't have a name for her, do we? It's got to be something she approves of.
Does it really?
Yes. We'll ask her. We'll come back.
Octokaylee.
Still not working.
Or Veloc.
It was
Velocicade?
It was a Velocicale, and then
Velocicade was
and-
the other one, but
Yeah.
that was already taken.
yeah,
So Velocicale, because of the.
yeah. You're just asking to be hit. Anyway, we played Mario Kart, and it was like Muhammad Ali fighting a baby. It was not even close. I whooped the crap out of her. I'm sorry, but regardless, very fun. The Switch is very interesting. The little controllers, I thought they would be uncomfortable, but surprisingly not. They fit kind of nicely in your hand, and they work pretty well. Mario Kart isn't even a challenge. I'm still the champion, baby. Ooh, flex. Yep. Other big news I have, not on the Switch front, but
Megalodon.
You want to talk about that?
Megalodon.
We can talk about that quickly. The Easter egg in Battlefield 1. Go ahead.
So in Battlefield 3 it was, right? Or was it 4?
4.
4.
With the giant Megalodon jumping over the island? Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Megalodon jumping over the island.
If you don't know what we're talking about in Battlefield 4, the giant Megalodon, you want to describe it and tell them where to find it?
I can't even remember what fucking map. It's been so fucking long. It's one of the island... Huh?
Parasol Storm.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one with the islands, right?
5 islands.
Yeah.
Well, depends on what your definition of an island. No,
Fuck off.
It's like a little peninsula thing of islands, and during the middle of about the middle of the map, but it's random. The ship, a storm will blow in, and a ship will crash, and rain comes down, and blah blah blah. Go on.
Yeah. So I don't think it just automatically happens, or is there a special sequence? I've never actually done it myself.
I've never done it myself. I think it might just be. Like, the only person I watched do it was Jack Freggs. And he has an account called Megalodon Hunter. And he works with EA a lot, so I don't know if it was just tied to him. But it's been a long-standing Easter egg. So I don't know. But that's the video I watched where he's running around and he's like, has anyone here seen a Megalodon? I'm hunting a Megalodon. And they're like, get out of here. And he's like... He like joins random people's party and talks to them, right? And that's the whole point. And then he's just like, "Oh my god, you guys see that light?" And they're like, "What is that?" And there's actually the light shining down, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the YouTube video. Very funny. And then all of a sudden, it's like, and a Megalodon jumps out and over an island, and everyone's speechless, and they're like,
Boy, Cracky, I'm gonna go poke it with a stick.
Basically, I'm gonna shove my finger up its bunghole. No, so that's interesting, but they have it in Battlefield 1. You want to describe? You know more about that one, right?
I've seen the video of like what you got to do. There's a whole complex system. You have to blow up valves from the ground, twist them, shit like that, and then you have to kill people in a puddle.
Yeah.
And by puddle, I mean ankle deep puddle.
Well, what happens is you turn the valves, and then you go and there's a crater that starts filling up with water, and it turns into like a puddle. About knee-deep water, we'd say. And then you kill enemies in it. You can do it in a private game. You don't have to do it in a public game, obviously. Kill enemies in it, and then, yeah.
Out of a puddle, fucking Megalodon comes out.
Which are
not even a giant Megalodon. It's like a small great white shark.
True, it is just a large shark, but the whole point is it's a Megalodon.
It was like just the head that pokes out, not just like half the fucking shark. It's just a head.
I like the one video I watched of Jack Freggs doing it. They're like, well, why isn't he coming yet? Because you have to walk into the middle after. Someone has to walk into it, and he like walks into it, and he's like, nothing's happening. He's like knife in the water. Another guy comes in, walks out, and then all of a sudden, then it comes up and grabs him, and they're like, Jesus! That was pretty funny.
I think I pooped a little.
It's still nice to see EA doing Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Well, it's a staple for games now. You always have to get one Easter egg at least.
Oh, yeah. And there's been a handful of creepy Easter eggs, good Easter eggs. Do you know any really creepy Easter eggs?
I know there was one in a zombies match. I'm not sure which Call of Duty it was, but there was like fireworks off in a distance, and if you zoom in on the fireworks, like a jump scare happens and pops up on your scope.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So you're just looking through your scope, and it like... all you see is the crosshairs, and then like a zombie comes right in front of you, and it makes a loud noise. I think it makes a loud noise.
No,
I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, no doubt. My creepiest one, surprisingly not that creepy, but it's from Halo. Some people probably already know what I'm talking about. I think it's Halo 3. You know what I'm talking about? You played Halo 3? Yeah.
I've played 1, 2, 3, and Reach.
Yeah. There's the monkey men, which are kind of weird. You seen those?
No. The brutes?
No, there's actual monkey men. So if you go into like the, I think it's the first map, where you're running through the forest and everything like that, and you go up to the left and you look in like a little like cave crevice. It's very, very noticeable. There's like a family of little monkeys, but with like humanized faces and longer arms, and one of them's holding a doll and stuff like that. And it's like you shoot them and nothing happens, but it's like creepy, right? But my creepiest one is the jumping man. Seen that one? It's on a really later level in Halo 3. I do believe it's Halo 3. Again, the Halo games blur together for me now. It's all one story for me. But I think it's Halo 3. You have to grenade jump over to an area that's relatively unknown. And then you get there, and there's just a cardboard cutout of what looks like a basketball player with his hands around his head, jumping up and down. Just jumping. Just a cardboard cutout. That's it. And it's not creepy, it's just weird. And it bothers me that it's there.
One of the creepier games, not like scary or anything, but just like atmospheric games I've ever played, was Metro 2033 and Metro 2034, Last Light. Have you played them?
I've played Last Light, I do believe.
The story in it, the setting, everything about that game is fucking golden. Yeah. It is the only fucking game that moved me enough to buy a fucking book based on it.
Nice.
Because the games are based on a book. I forget what the guy's name, but of course it's Russian. And the guy has to be Dmitri.
Of course.
I can't remember his last name, but it is a very good book.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
It's awesome. But yeah, creepy games like that, right? That aren't meant to be horror games, but they have strong atmospheric. I want to say atmospheric pressures, but I'm not a weatherman.
Well, there's this one guy, he's like a superstitious person.
Yeah.
I think his name is Hunter or whatever. And there's this one part where there's no enemies around. Like, the entire level, you maybe shoot your gun like twice. It's just following this guy. And there's this one part where he's going on. It's like, yes, the ghosts of the past, they're watching us right now. And just like, you can't look them in the eyes. If you look them in the eyes, they'll take you away. And it's just like this really creepy thing. And then as you're walking, he's like holding his hands like this, chanting something as he's going through this, because it's underground. It's like subway tunnels.
Yeah.
And there's wreckage and shit. And then he's going like this, and I'm like there, shitting myself, just looking around.
Something's going to kill me.
And then all you see is the shadows of people. And they're moving, and they're watching you. And they're not just shadows on the wall. They're shadows, like they're shadows, but they're like in place. I'm getting chills just thinking about it, man. I'm not even kidding. It was fucking creepy.
Yeah, I never played. I don't know what you're talking about there, so I would understand it being creepy.
It's a very good game. Very well made.
I can't think of any games like that. I played Condemned, but I think that was meant to be more of a psychological thriller, so it was meant to be like that. Have you ever played Condemned? I think I played Criminal Origins or some weird shit like that. I can't remember what it's called. But you're basically like a detective who's trying to figure out a crime scene, blah, blah, blah. And then basically you start seeing things. And like creepy things, and then you're trying to catch the murderer, but then you're suspected of the crime, I guess, or suspected of something.
So like a heavy rain switcheroo thing.
Kind of, yeah. Like Heavy Rain. I didn't even think of Heavy Rain.
I've never played it, but I was going to until the ending was spoiled for me.
Yeah, I got the ending spoiled for me too, but still a very good game. Oh man.
Speaking of Heavy Rain, I actually saw a video earlier today. It was, what the fuck was it titled? It was like, failing at Heavy Rain is hilarious. And it's a quick time game, pretty much.
Mm-hmm, basically.
So you
quick time move to points, yeah.
Yeah. So you're just doing that. And then it shows all the fuck-ups in a row of this guy, like, trying to get away. Like, he's chasing some guy, and then the bad guy throws someone down in front of him, and the guy just like goes through this, trying to like dancing over this one person, trying to get over him, and then gets hit by a car and shit. And it's just fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna
have to show you that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of games that need reboots or new games in the series, Phoenix Point. You ever heard of that? How about XCOM? You ever heard of XCOM?
Yes.
It's from the creators of XCOM, the first original XCOM, and a few of the others.
Not interactive?
No. They're their own thing. I want to remember their name, but I don't have their name.
Phil. We're just gonna call him Phil.
We're gonna call their company Phil. They wanted to make a game called Phoenix Point, and they crowdfunded it, and it's got $500,000.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
$5,000. It hit its $5,000 goal. There's 36 days left. When I wrote this down, so about 34 now. I don't know what it's at now, but if they get to 650K, they have different stretch goals and stuff like that. Like they'll add vehicles to the game.
Dick pics.
Dick pics. Basically.
Fuck, I'd make that a stretch goal.
Those are cosplayers. They do those. So it's going to be a turn-based tactical combat, obviously what they're known for, in a large overworld. So not just XCOM where you go to these maps, right? I guess it's going to be a big overworld kind of thing.
That would be fucking amazing.
I know, and knowing what they've made in the past, they could pull it off. I'd like to see it. Obviously, it won't be at this E3 or anything like that, but they have. If you do donate the money, they give you like screenshots and stuff like that of them working on it and updates and everything like that. But
the way you're describing it, I'm just imagining. It's like XCOM, like it has the squares or whatever where you can move each people or each person, but then having like a setting or whatever, like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And like having people set up ambushes and shit like that.
I think so too.
That would be fucking amazing.
That's kind of what I feel,
like,
because
having a huge fucking map like that, fuck, that'd be beautiful.
I don't know what the game is actually entailing. Like, is it going to be Aliens Attack or something like that? Or is it literally just like a build off of XCOM? I don't know.
What's it called again?
Phoenix Point.
Oh. I thought it was Phoenix Down, and I was like, oh yeah, it's just about feathers. and reviving.
Reincarnation. I think that's kind of why it's called Phoenix, is like humans will reincarnate or something like that. We will endure. We are a plague on this earth.
Yeah. We will reincarnate unless you're the Dalai Lama. That's the thing. That's all, folks. Go fuck yourself.
Calm down, Porky.
So from now, like from what you're about to hear, is me bitch slapping this little shit.
Yeah, close enough.
I hate him a lot.
So I'll look up some things about it, but you can go on. You got a story or anything?
League of Legends. Blah, 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 blah. I can't fucking speak. Jesus Christ.
You're going to talk about League of Legends? I look forward to this.
Fuck it, you can do it. I'm going to talk about the gamer stabbing another person.
There you go.
So, I can't remember where it was. I think it was somewhere in Japan or Asia. But there was this dude, this 51-year-old gamer that was at an internet cafe, just chilling out, doing his own thing. Apparently he was there very, very often. Like, he barely left the place. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure what the hell his living situation was, but yeah. He didn't want to give up his seat to some teenagers that wanted his seat, his specific seat. So, yeah.
Kids being kids.
Yeah, kids being kids, they started to beat the ever-living shit out of him. So, the old guy took out a hammer and started swinging wildly at them. The kids fucked off. Keep in mind, this is something I would fucking do. If someone tried to move me, like the United Airlines shit,
yeah,
I would go down fighting hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that shit I don't stand for.
Well, they kicked him a lot, so...
But, like, if you're at a specific seat, you paid for your spot, and someone tells you to fuck off and get the hell out of there...
Yeah.
And you rightfully say no, correct?
Yeah.
You'd be in the right with that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
So, the dumbass teenagers just started punching him, shit like that. So, he chased them off. They came back with more teenagers. And continued to beat the shit out of him. So, the old guy stabbed the kid. Or one of the kids. Unfortunately, the kid died. But it's his own fucking fault. I place zero blame on the fucking old guy.
Well, to be fair, if he was getting beaten, it's self-defense. Because you get self-defense because you can't claim the intent of someone else's mind, right? Like, you don't know if they're going to beat you to death. So you try to survive, right? So you have the right of self-defense. I don't know about South Korea. I'm assuming he'll be okay in that circumstance. I don't know the full details, like you said, but...
Me neither. I read 2 news stories on it. They were pretty much
well,
carbon
it's
copy.
all going to be Korean news stories translated in English anyway, so it's not going to be perfect. But
I'm pretty sure, because the guy's name was like something Kim. I know he was Asian or something like that. But yeah,
it's crazy.
Stupid fucking shit.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
been a lot of stupid shit in video games recently. Like, it was the racist guy last week, and then segue, League of Legends, go.
I don't know his name. Go ahead.
I hate you. So, League of Legends Pro was suspended from his team for being a dick, pretty much. I'm pretty sure he tweeted making fun of the Japanese team, I think it was. Like them pronouncing something wrong.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So he was being a dick, and was suspended for 3 games and a $2,000 fine. I'm not sure what classifies as a game, though.
They have seasons. Just like sports.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 games. That's why they have backup players. Yeah. Same. It's the exact same thing. Where if you have a regular season, and then you play in the playoffs, kind of thing. Now, I don't know where he's based out of, or if they have something like that. It might be something else. Maybe it's 3 professional games. Maybe they just imposed a 3-game ban in league.
I was just gonna say, if it's only 3 games, just start up a game, forfeit it, start up, forfeit, start
Can't
it.
do that. The problem is, they can't really ban you for 3 games. They ban you for a set amount of time, but not games. So that's why it's kind of confusing. But like I said, he must be like a professional in a season. That's what I see. Just a little bit more news on the Phoenix Point. Yes. Players take on the role of a secret organization called the Phoenix Project. The lead developer of the game has started with his new team at Snapshot Games. Snapshot Games. Cool. He is the mind behind XCOM, this guy, so that's really awesome.
He's the creator. He's the creator?
Yeah. He was the original mind behind everything, so. He said if the team hits $850,000, they would also add a floating Phoenix base, a kind of beachhead inside alien territory capable of launching attacks. That's
kind of big.
It is pretty big. Like, it's $200,000 more just to do that little bit of, or adding that aspect of the game. It costs a lot.
I'm pretty sure that the developers, I'm not sure how to put this in words. They plan to make a full game, but then they just want funding. So they already have the shit out, and they just say, okay, we'll just release it if we hit this mark.
Yeah.
But it's already made. I don't think they're going to be making it as soon as they hit the mark.
You never know. I'm not a developer of games. It's really hard to say.
Yet.
More on the Hearthstone front. Hearthstone hits 70 million players. Hey, and you're not one of them. You should really be one of them. You should play Hearthstone.
How about no?
So they celebrate by giving everyone 3 packs, which is actually quite a lot, because that's a lot of players that got 3 packs. However,
I don't understand what you're saying.
3 packs. So there's 5 cards in each pack. 3 new packs from the Unguro set. So that's pretty cool. I got my 3 packs. I'm very happy. I got a legendary in 3 packs. I'm pretty good. That's 15 cards, 1 legendary. It's very, very unlikely, but I did. Hey, one I didn't have too. So even
Congratulations.
yeah, even bigger. It was the Mage Secret, but not that most of you care. So that's pretty good. 70 million players. That's a lot. Obviously, it's a free game, so it's not super impressive, but it's still 70 million. Pokemon Stars. Have you heard of that? it was announced for the Switch that there would be a Pokemon game for the Switch eventually. And people have been kind of like, what will it be? What will it be? And then Nintendo put on their merchandise site Pokemon Stars shirts, like Pikachu and a bunch of Pokemon looking up at the stars, and it's saying Pokemon Stars or something like that, or shit like that, right? And then there's like Pokemons and constellations and stuff, and it's like there's no news about it, but people are speculating it's going to be called, like, because there's Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's going to be like a Pokemon Stars, but it'll be on the Switch, and it'll be, I'd like to think Pokemon Snap, but it's not going to be Pokemon Snap.
That was one of my. You can hear the disdain in his voice. He was very looking forward to it.
That was one of my favorite games growing up for playing Pokemon.
That's the camera one, right?
Yeah, and it's just a track shooter, but like there's so many Easter eggs you could do in it and stuff like that it was so cool, and you want to like collect them all. It was like I played.
Some
Pokemon.
would say you have to catch them all, kind of like your mom and STDs.
Shut up. I caught.
I really hope you're joking that she actually listens to it. Does she?
Oh, she does.
No. Does she really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry.
Hope she calls one time during the podcast. Or I'll just have her on as a guest. It's fine.
No.
Anyway, I used to play, like, obviously, all the Game Boy Color games. So, like, yellow, red, blue, leaf green, all that good shit. And then Pokemon Pinball came out, and I played the shit out of that. Collected them all as much as I could. You know, being a child at the time, right?
Did you face off against Elite Four?
In the Pokemon games, yeah.
No, on Pokemon Pinball.
No.
Lightweight.
You are embarrassing. And then, of course, the other games came out for the N64 at the time. So there's like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap. And I played the shit out of Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium. But Snap was my favorite. Probably, to this date, my second favorite Pokemon game.
What was your first?
Pokemon Go, obviously. No one likes Pokemon Go.
Not anymore.
The first one is, of course, Pokemon Yellow. That's the first one I ever played.
I actually didn't like... I wasn't really a big fan of Pokemon Yellow.
Really?
I liked how they had a Pokemon following you. That was all like Pikachu.
Yeah.
That was always awesome.
Yeah.
My first actual Pokemon experience was Pokemon Crystal.
Crystal?
Yeah.
Like, if I had to name every Pokemon game I played, I haven't played them all. Obviously, I'm not a nerd. Like, I didn't
you haven't caught them all?
Well, yeah, I didn't feel the need to play two different games to collect and play the same story. So I didn't buy a lot of the second ones. But I had Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green, obviously.
It caused a family feud over Pokemon.
Really? Nice. We'll go into that. Silver, Gold, and then after Silver, Gold, I had... I want to say Crystal. I can't remember which one, if I had Crystal or not. And then I had... Huh? And then I had Emerald and Sapphire, but I never... Or Emerald?
I played Sapphire.
Sapphire. I never had Ruby. That's the one I was thinking of. I never had Ruby. I had Emerald and Sapphire. And then after that, I think, what was it, Black and White?
No, Leaf Green and Lava Red?
Magma
Red.
Yeah.
What?
That doesn't sound
yeah, that doesn't sound right.
We're not Pokemon professionals by any means.
Hey, I have it on my business card.
Those are the newer. I never played those ones. I played, and then
it's just a rehash of the old games, though, right?
Yeah. And then I think it went to DS, so Pokemon Black and White. I played Black.
No, it wasn't Black and White. Was it Black and White?
I think it was Black.
Really? Was it Black and White? I don't remember this.
You don't remember Pokemon Black and White?
Yeah. Just Pokemon Black. It's just Jinx.
Don't be Hold on.
Give me that. You throw that at me, I'll hurt you. Ah!
He catches a wild boulder. I have a Pokeball that holds my DS games. Only 3, which is kind of disappointing, but I got it from a Nintendo rep, so I was quite happy. Pokemon Black's in there, by the way.
Got the white one first.
Oh, is that Pokemon White?
Yeah.
Oh, I have white then. It's because the cartridge is black. It's not fair. Why would they do that? It's stupid. Anyway, so I had Pokemon White, and then of course after that I went into the newer ones. I've not played Sun and Moon. I think, sad to say, I'm done with DS games, and I'm done with Pokemon DS games. Sadly enough.
If they came out with an MMO Pokemon game, like an actual well-funded game.
An MMO though?
Yeah.
All right.
I would play that.
All right. I think people wanted Pokemon Go to be more MMO-ish. Like you could interact with players. Like we had discussed this before.
I'm still pissed off about that. Don't get me fucking started on that shit. We've gone over it 3 different times in this fucking podcast.
Yeah. So he's quite bent out of shape about it. But no. It could have been so much better than it was. I agree. I also agree that they should do something more MMO because Nintendo doesn't really have a game that's MMO based, right? To be fair, they outsourced to other companies that they own, like the Pokemon Trading Company. But I'd like to see them actually make something massive multiplayer online. That'd be cool.
Anyway, my story.
Yes.
So, my dad's brother. My dad is adopted, but his brother, like stepbrother, is actually like born whatever from my grandparents. So my cousin, I can't even remember his fucking name.
Okay.
We had the old Game Boy Advances, and he had a Celebi. You remember that little fucking onion-looking thing?
Oh yeah.
What time are we at?
1:10. Go ahead.
Damn. So we had that cord and we did a trade, but I'm a little shit. And he traded me a Celebi. I was supposed to trade him something equally rare. I traded him a what?
Bellsprout.
No. It was the Caterpie something Butterfree. Metapod. Yeah, I traded him that, and then I yanked out the cord, which froze his game.
You're a piece of shit.
I am a piece of shit. I freely admit
You're the people that put Magikarps in Wonder Trade, aren't you?
What's Wonder Trade?
Wonder Trade in the new games is where you basically put in a random Pokemon, and you get a random Pokemon from someone else, from all around the world. Like, I got a Japanese Gengar, level 63, with an Everstone. I was quite happy. I was like, who trades that?
I'm just imagining. The Gengar is like the Haunter thing, right?
Evolved, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just imagining. No, never mind. I'm not going to be racist.
Don't be racist. But I
just
feel
the way
bad.
You said it's a Japanese Gengar.
I feel bad because I gave him like a Charmander, so it was like, well, yeah, it's better than a Magikarp. Oh yeah, some people just fish Magikarps and put them in Wonder Trades and get random shit.
That would be me.
Yeah, I know that would be you. I think we can get off Pokemon now to some other potentially leaked games. Darksiders 3 was leaked.
Oh yeah,
and then because
Fury.
of that,
yeah.
And then because of that, they had to release everything. So there's some new content out on Darksiders 3. The trailer looks pretty good.
Darksiders free.
Darksiders 3.
There we go.
That's Gavin's version of the game. Darksiders 3.
Or any pirate. Darksiders free.
But have you seen the trailers for that and everything?
I've never ever played Darksiders.
No?
That's the hack and slash one, right?
Yeah. I played number 2 for a little bit, but then I got bored. And it's interesting.
Did we talk about this last week?
Darksiders 3? No.
Oh, right. Never mind. Continue. Sorry.
All right. That was basically it. It was leaked and then it was released. So if you're a big fan of Darksiders, you got a big surprise when you seen it recently.
Big fan right here.
Yeah, me either. But other big news: Call of Duty World of War 2. Obviously, it's all been released now.
World of War. Is it? I thought it was World War II.
World War 2. You know what I mean?
Is it World at War 2?
No, it's World War 2. It's technically it's not World War 2. It's WW2.
World War 2.
Which we know is World War 2. But it's pretty cool. It looks all right. I'm glad they went back to battles that have actually been fought.
Not
guns
random
that have
ones.
actually been invented, as opposed to laser Gatling guns and jetpacks and exosuits. Because I really hated it. To the point where I switched completely to Battlefield.
Wind up, motherfucker. There we go.
Yeah, like
He outstretched his hand, and then he knew I was going to get pissed off at him.
Yeah. I played Battlefield 3, 4, and 1, obviously. Battlefield 3 was really good. Sucked me into enough to buy Battlefield 4 and play that with my brother because he never played Call of Duty. So I played Battlefield 4 with him, but at the same time, I would just play Call of Duty with the rest of my friends. But after Black Ops and all the other ones that slowly started to degrade after that, I went completely to Battlefield, and now I play 10 times more Battlefield than Call of Duty ever. Like, I haven't even bought the newest Call of Duty.
I haven't bought a Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2.
I doubt I'm above level 20 in the Advanced Warfighter. Advanced Warfare, whatever it is.
I love the World War II games. Like this game, I am actually going to buy.
Yeah.
It is the only fucking Call of Duty game I will have bought in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for it. If they pull it off right, if they pull like Battlefield 1 out of their ass with this, I will be amazed.
Yeah. I think they can pull back some of what they've lost, which would help them, in any words, because they kind of lost it to Battlefield 1, eh?
Well, you know what the next step is, right?
What?
Battlefield Colonial Edition.
Civil War.
Have you seen that VR game?
No.
I only saw it in passing, but there's this VR game where you're in a line with other people in VR, and you actually have muskets, and you have to load in the ball with the ramrod and everything, and then you take shots at the opposing force.
So it's like dodgeball.
Pretty much.
That's awesome. Gotta love the old way we used to fight wars. A little bit more honorable, I guess. But kind of shitty to be like, I'm going to fight for this guy and stand here and not defend myself and just shoot. Shitty, right?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
See, I never understood why the hell they just stood there. I'm not sure why they didn't get like a wood barricade or like a metal plate in front of them, like an actual shield. Mm-hmm. Like, why the fuck did shields go out of style?
Don't know.
I'm looking... No, fuck you.
You're looking at me like I've been around for 7,000 years and know why. Well, actually, when the knights started to change to their chain armor... No, I don't fucking know why shields went out of fashion.
I hate you.
I'm assuming because most guns nowadays can shoot through shields.
Back then they couldn't.
Well, back then they couldn't, but then maybe they didn't want to test it.
I was actually really pissed off at this one video.
They should just wear all knight's armor.
Well... There's one video where the tagline was antique weapons versus Spartan armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally the name of it. What I was thinking Spartan armor was like the Spartan shield and like chest plates and everything. The chest plate, yeah. But no, apparently it's a ballistic vest called Spartan armor. And I was very disappointed.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. I would have been disappointed. I've been disappointed in a few videos I've watched recently. I won't name them, but...
Your mom's sex tape? I have to stop now that I know that your mom actually listens.
It's okay. She'll laugh at it. It's fine.
God damn it.
That's pretty much it. I think we already discussed...
Prey?
No. Oh, you want to talk about Prey? Go ahead.
Disappointing.
Disappointed?
From what I see, like, it must have been around 2000...
Did you play the beta?
No. Do you remember the old trailer?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. My jaw is popping, and I have to rearrange... Well, not rearrange my jaw, but, like, get it in the specific position.
He has to rehinge it because he unhinged it to eat something. Go on. Ew.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah,
that's gross. My jaw popping.
Yeah,
anyway.
Gross. Thank you.
In, like, 2012, I think, there was... For Prey, there was a trailer released where it was all badass. It was like this bounty hunter, like alien world thing. It looked like Boba Fett, like in Star Wars. It was like a Boba Fett game. It was amazing looking. Have you've seen that one? Mm. Apparently,
the original trailer. Yeah.
Nothing to do with this Prey. Now you're stuck in a facility as a prisoner and you have to get out. Correct?
Yeah, I guess.
I was supremely disappointed. As soon as I heard about that, I was like, okay, this is in the shit pile. I'm not looking any more into it.
Ruthless.
Well, the trailer was so fucking good. It was like half live action, half computer generated.
Yeah.
I was angry.
I was angry.
Fuck off.
I was going to discuss more Zelda Breath of the Wild, but that's fine. I think I discussed it before that the copies of Zelda Breath of the Wild had surpassed the sales of the console. Yeah.
Okay.
They have sold on Wii U, on the Switch console itself, and then virtually on both. More copies of Zelda Breath of the Wild than they have Nintendo Switch consoles.
Oh, Nintendo Switch. I thought you meant like, oh yes, all together.
No.
Like Nintendo Switch, Wii U, and everything.
Yeah, no.
It's like some
That'd be
dumbass.
impressive.
Yeah, some dumbass bought 2 of this fucking same game.
Yeah, no, they've bought, but that's pretty impressive considering the game was made for the Switch console, but was also released on the Wii U. It has sold more copies than the actual console itself. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Goes to show you that when people really hype up a game and it gets a lot of love and attention, people buy it. Look at No Man's Sky. Look at that crap heap of a game. People hype that so much to the point where I was sitting in a car with my friend and he was hyping it up and he's like, "You gotta buy it, you gotta buy it, you gotta buy it. It's gonna be amazing. You'll never see another human being." I'm like, "Well, then what's the point? Isn't the point to colonize with people?"
All of my buddies that I know that were into that game were not disappointed. Like after a while, the game dropped off, but that's with all games. Like when we first started this podcast, I was talking about Total War or Total War Warhammer, and I was like all about that. But now I haven't played it since probably podcast number 3.
Yeah.
And now I've been switching from Avorion to Battlegrounds, and now I'm switching back to Pharaoh, which I started to play 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm just jumping around. The same thing happened to No Man's Sky with all my buddies that actually enjoyed it. Yeah. They just moved on to something different.
They enjoyed it? Wow.
They did. They enjoyed it more after.
My friends got their refunds for it.
Oh. They enjoyed it after the major updates and shit, where you could actually build bases and shit like that.
Yeah.
Vehicles, yeah.
Blech. I couldn't love it that long. Sorry. But figured I'd discuss some new releases. So Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 3.
That's what I was
talking about last time.
Yeah, which I was hoping that you were going to have some fucking information because it's Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, I like the Dawn of War games. Will I buy it? No, it's full price and very expensive. But
like
but it does look good. I probably won't play it, sadly, for a while. Maybe it comes on a Steam sale. Maybe it'll be in my next Humble Bundle.
Humber Bumble.
Benedict Scrumber Bunch. Benedict Humble Bundle. Because I got that again. I got a lot of good games for it. I think overall it was like $130, and I got it for like $5 or something like that. Very cheap.
Damn.
So that's pretty exciting. It looks pretty good, obviously. It's a Dawn of War game. It's the newest of the new, and it's Warhammer 40k. It's going to be amazing. It just sucks that it's full price, and I'm a cheap bastard, and I can't buy it. Of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was released. Only for the Switch. Come on. Tumble Seed. It's like a little cutesy game. I have a description of it, if that helps at all. Do you have any other new games, really?
Not really.
Alright, where's my Tumble Seed? Tumble Seed is a roguelike about balancing a seed up a dangerous and ever-changing mountain. Avoid holes and defeat corrupted creatures in this dual-stick action adventure.
Can you get any more monotone with that?
Tumble Seed is a
roguelike.
I
fucking really hate you, you son of a bitch.
I could absolutely do.
Don't do that.
That's released on the PS4 and the Switch.
May 26th, Friday the 13th game.
May 26th? It's not bad. It's pretty close.
What month is it? It's May?
It's May now.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know what you were wondering, if you were trying to count the days or what. But,
I'm tired. Before the podcast, I had to do a bunch of running around, and I am very, very out of it and tired. So much so that I didn't even know that we have been recording for almost an hour and a half.
Almost an hour and a half. A couple more games. G-Nog was released, and Little Nightmares. G-Nog is a 3D puzzle game set in a tactile world of toys and secrets. Point, click, grab, poke, spin, pull, and play with uniquely charming monster heads and explore the hidden worlds inside them from your couch. Or face-to-face in stunning PlayStation VR. Filled with eye-catching designs, playful interactions, and a rich, reactive soundtrack. The handcrafted heads come to life in your hands, inspired by real-world toy designs. Cool. And then, of course, Little Nightmares. Immerse yourself in Little Nightmares, a dark, whimsical tale that will confront you with your childhood fears. Help 6 escape the Maw, a vast, mysterious vessel inhabited by corrupted souls looking for their next meal. It's just like a little action adventure game.
Cool.
Lots of hype for those two, but
I've never even heard of them.
Titles. No, exactly. The biggest title release was probably Warhammer 40K. So.
Oh, that's actually released?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know it was out. I thought it was still in production.
No, came out on April 27th. Let me just double check that. You got some stories there.
Battlegrounds has a couple weeks ago. I didn't report, but I relayed information to you that the Battlegrounds has sold 1 million copies. Well, now it has doubled that, and now 2 million copies have been sold. And in other news, fucking Battlegrounds is still amazing. Crossbow still fucking sucks. And my editing skills are still shit.
I enjoyed your videos.
Fuck off.
I did. You're really good. I'm very proud of you. Yeah, April 27, 2017. Came out.
I'm still fucking, I'm still editing shit that I recorded probably a few weeks ago. And it was me, this Rush, and DY.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot how much of a dick Rush can be. I got a ghillie suit, and he didn't know, or he knew I got a ghillie suit. So he kept calling me tree, branch, or something like leaf or whatever, shit like that. And he also, every time that I was either lagging behind, he'd take pot shots at me.
Sounds like when I played Rainbow Six Siege with Kyle. Damn you, Kyle. Let me just say, every time I picked Doc, you know Doc, the healer, he would shoot me to very low HP, and I had to be the asshole because we had to go into game chat, obviously. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, how do you heal yourself? Because I don't play the game often. I'm like, I don't remember how to heal myself with the little injector. So, of course, the people are like, what a nerd. So they told me, and I heal myself, and then he shoot me again. I'm like, God damn it! Because you only get 2 heals, but...
See, if that happened to me, he'd be on the ground dead.
I said, if you shoot me one more time, and then he showed me the videos, because he recorded it. He showed me the videos of it. Oh, man. He followed me around for so long waiting to shoot me.
Fucking asshole.
And then
I'd purposely just take a shotgun shell to the back of his fucking head.
No doubt. Some bitch. I've been playing a couple of different things. I bought the BioShock edition collection.
The 1 through 3?
Yeah. It was on sale, so I bought it. Definitely a good price, like $50 or something like that. Again, I'd pay $50 for just the first one. One of my favorite games. Very, very, very good. BioShock 2 was kind of a letdown. BioShock Infinite was a bit of a step up, so not too bad. I'd like to see them do some more, but very good games, and I'm playing through those on my Xbox. And of course, the Battlefield Spring Update is there, so I've been playing a lot of that. Have you been playing any of it?
I haven't played it. I bought the new map, the Gandalf expansion maps.
Yeah.
And I still haven't played it. I played it maybe 30 minutes. I played 2 maps, not even all the way through them. Well,
we discussed platoons last time. I made a platoon called Waffalo because I love Ray and Rooster Teeth so much. It's called We're All Friends, Friends Love Each Other.
Yeah, he has a poster of Ray up in the corner.
If I did, I would.
White stains on the... It's sticky. It's horrible, man.
And if I did, they would. Dude, Ray's awesome. I want to buy his new 2-year shirt. He has a new... shout out to Brown Man on Twitch. He has...
We're not racist or anything.
He has a new crown. You know his logo?
Sure.
He's got the glasses with the crown.
Oh, yes.
I hate you. It's like a rainbow crown, and it looks actually really fucking sweet. I'll have to show you. But big shout out to him. He invented Waffalo, so I kind of piggybacked, but the picture is...
Piggybacked?
Piggybacked.
Don't you mean stole?
Pillaged.
Pillaged.
Our logo on the flag is the cat, Sakamoto. I'm actually going to try and find you the actual picture that we have of him.
Oh, God, why?
Because it's fucking hilarious. That's why. Anyway, so I've been playing a lot of that, obviously, because I talked about it a little bit before, the bullet decay, where the bullet would die if you die. Ever since they've taken that out, I have, it was the first thing I noticed in the update, because me and a guy traded kills immediately. We're like, huh. I'm like, that's good to see. And then a couple minutes later, it happens again. I kill the dude, he kills me. I'm like, you didn't really see that too much unless it was like a grenade or something before.
Pulling a Halo.
Exactly. You shoot till your clip's empty, throw a grenade, right? Every shooter digresses to that. But it was probably the first thing I really noticed from the new spring update was that. Obviously the new guns and everything, but I mean, like, you significantly see it more. The fact that you kill a dude and he kills you back.
Only if you suck.
Well, that's just it. Only if you suck or you don't catch him completely off guard or vice versa, right? Some people don't like it. Some people do. I like it. It's more realistic. Definitely more realistic. And I feel like if a guy turns and just sprays and hits me and kills me, kudos to him for doing it. I feel like if it improves people's gameplay, because if you get shot and you don't react, you're not playing the game right anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like it's just a better way to play the game.
Believe me, there's a few videos on the internet now of me being shot and my reactions of that.
That's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, going back to Battlefield. I suck at it now.
You suck at it now? Well, you sucked at it before, so I mean...
How about go fuck yourself? After Airsoft last night, I went home, I put the cat in my lap on a pillow, and I started to play Battlefield. And it must have been like 6 rounds in a row where I was killed off and shot before like 80 people were left.
Yeah.
Usually I am good. I can get down to either low or low.
Do you mean Battlegrounds?
Battlegrounds.
Okay. I
What was
thought
it saying?
I thought you were saying Battlefield.
Was it saying
I
Battlefield?
think so.
Battlegrounds.
I was like, I thought you didn't say you played Battlefield at all.
Battlegrounds is what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Hooker. Anyway, usually I can get down to like below 15 pretty easy.
Aye.
Yeah. And also, I have 3 more videos for Downward Spiral, which
Nice.
I don't have with me now, but I'll hand off to you soon. And the last one that I edited was me in the ghillie suit and how much DY is a dick.
I'm,
More than once he said, contact, contact, and I get down on my stomach, like in the prone position. And I was like, okay, where? Then all of a sudden, like 2 seconds go by, and all I hear is, and I was like, you motherfucker!
I just want to see you move. No, we were speaking about games we were playing, so I guess you've been playing a little bit of that. What else have you been playing? You said you went back to Farah?
To what, sorry?
It's Farah? I don't know.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, sure. That's that old game you were talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've played it. I played through 2 maps. I still love that game. I'll love that game till the day I die, because it is my first computer game. But other than that, it's just been Avorion still.
Avorion. Which, like I said, I did look at. It is too much money for me. I will not buy it. Sorry.
The learning curve for that fucking game is huge. Like, I'm good right now, but before it was fucking hard. Like, really fucking hard.
Yeah. It happens. Some games have a very particular learning curve. Like, I'll discuss the game I've really been playing pretty soon. But go on.
That's pretty much it. I'm done.
With your Avorion?
Well, the only other thing I have about the games that I've been playing is Battlegrounds need some fucking diversity.
A little bit, yeah.
Because there needs to be either, like, a smaller map with, like, less people, like, just one of the cities or whatever. Like,
yeah. Or a bigger, like, because their cities are usually pretty small, but if they, like, the military base or something like that?
Well, there is a, like, just one of the bigger cities, just confine.
They should make an urban map, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because that would be doing well. And I know it's in early access, but
yeah.
Just playing the same map, going to the same starting position, and then getting shot.
Well, 40% of the time I get shot out in the boonies, not just caught off guard. And I feel like every video I watch, that's the same with everyone else. And that's the whole point, is you have to be strategic and not die. But when it basically comes down to luck, where wherever it shrinks down to, if you're not there, you're fucked. Or you're at a very severe disadvantage. And that bothers me.
Because everybody's already set up there.
Because
and then you're walking in the crossfire.
Basically, think of the map as a big fucking anthill, right? And the water's slowly flowing, and the ants have to get to the last pocket of air. and the ants that are already there are already safe because guess what? They're already there. Now think if that ant had an AK-47 and you're running and you're getting a pistol and an Uzi and another Uzi and another Uzi and hey look another micro Uzi and an Uzi and an Uzi and okay fuck enough Uzis. You really should put more guns in the game that aren't Uzis. Just saying.
I love the micro Uzi.
I found 7 in a fucking row. I'm done with the micro Uzi.
It's if you have
It's nice,
a
but when a guy
suppressor-
rolls up on me with a couple shotguns, I'm fucked.
I had my head blown off a couple times.
Did you?
Oh yeah, it was. You'll see in my videos, I pretty much start off in the exact same space because I aim for that fucking space because it's out of the way. They have a bunch of loot spawns there, and mostly nobody goes there because it's kind of out of the way. Even though it's in the middle of like this dead center in the middle of the map,
yeah.
So you can go any which way you want. And yeah, it's easy to pick up loot. And this one guy, like there's 2 buildings, a big 3-story building, and then a garage, and then 2 apartment buildings.
Yeah.
I was coming up the stairs to in one of the 2-story buildings, and almost like my first video, he was camping at the top of the stairs. He had the the double barrel shotgun. Fired those 2 off. I ran upstairs. I got into a room. He got into the bathroom, and then we just waited. Then I was like, I heard footsteps, and then I didn't hear footsteps anymore, so I thought that he ran and left. So I come out of the thing, like you can, I'm not sure what it's called, but you
contextual lean.
Yeah, you can lean out. So I'm like right at the doorway. I lean out, and I see the barrel looking right at me. And
deceased.
Yeah,
it happens.
But just the sheer shock. I didn't record it, unfortunately, because I only record with people now instead of just doing it by myself.
Yeah.
So I was just playing, like, just me. And just the sheer, if I was recording it, I'd just, like, have it, like, shift over, see the barrel, and it's like, uh-oh, that's all, folks.
I was so pissed. One of the last ones I played, I was playing with a friend, and...
Already an unlikely story.
And he died, and I had survived, which is also unlikely. But we were down to like 11 people or so, and you see them starting to fall off. And the area is constricting. I'm like, I should be safe because I ran up this hill, didn't get shot, laid down in the grass because it was done restricting. And I'm like, I should be fine behind me, whatever. Looking, see a few people, not going to take shots, not going to give away because I'm out in the open. Look behind me, nothing. All right, I should be safe. The barrier's moved up. No one's going to come from this direction. It's been a good chunk of time. I get shot in the back by a shotgun. This dude runs out at like 12 life, lays down on my body, takes my bandages, revives him, or heals himself, runs away. I'm like, fuck! Son of a bitch! And I was laying in a bush. I was not out in the open. It's not like I was sitting there with a white flag, you know? Like, I was in a bush. I was pretty well disguised, but I guess he might have noticed me moving a bit, so. But it was so mean. He came up from behind, like, out of the thing, because he had to bandage, and I'm assuming I didn't hear any shots, so.
If it was, like, later in the game, the electrical field hurts you a lot more. But early in the game, if you have, like, energy drinks and painkillers, you can just run through it and eat the damage.
Oh, yeah. It's ruthless is what it is. Regardless, I've been playing this game called Evolve Zero. Ever heard of it? No, it's kind of an indie game. It came with my Humble Bundle. I think it was like $6 or something like that. But it was... It's pretty cool. It's kind of like Passengers. You ever seen the movie Passengers? A guy wakes up on a spaceship by himself kind of thing. There's humans, but they're all sleeping in hibernation, whatever. Whatever.
I would be doing terrible things if that ever happened to me.
Why you gotta make things creepy, man? Leave the girls alone.
Girls?
All of the people
Just
alone.
the look you fucking gave me.
Leave the people alone.
You can't make me.
And it's kind of like The Martian, where you're trapped. What happens is you're on a mission to Europa. It's called Europa 11 because that's your mission, whatever. And your ship has a malfunction or something. Doesn't go into that detail yet. Blows up. You have to get on an escape pod. I guess no one else made it to the escape pods. I guess you're the only one. And you're like trying to contact, and then a couple days go by, and you hear a girl singing. like a folk tune, like about the end of the world, and you're like, what the fuck? So you like get on the radio and you're like trying to contact, and then you see on the radar a blip of a station, and it's not a station, it's actually a homestead vessel, like a what it described as the year was 2012. Yeah, I know. And the United Earth got together and is sending missions to space, which will never happen.
That'll actually happen totally.
Oh yeah, I recorded it. I said that exact thing. I'm like, that'll never happen in the next 50 years, regardless. But they were sending ships for like vacations and for people to go there and then just travel around the stars and then come back. And they have a name for the people that travel the stars. They're called Selenites or whatever.
Morons.
But you go into the station and it's a text-based adventure. So first of all, you don't move with the WASD keys because that would be too easy. Because you have to type everything, right? Like it's always typing. Not always.
It's like left, 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 up, down, left, 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 left.
No, you move with the mouse buttons.
Oh.
So forward, left mouse button, backwards, right mouse button. But there's these computers all over, and the computer is running the place. And obviously there's lots of stuff broken down or whatever, but you're like, you talk to it like it's iGod. You know those iGod things that you can talk to, like clever bots and stuff on Google? Never heard of those? You never heard of those?
Totally.
It's like an AI that you text or that you type to, and then it responds to you. It's like Siri, right? Like you say something smart ass to Siri, and she responds to it. You have to do that. So you have to, don't even test it. Don't even test it. So you're doing weird shit like that. So you're talking to this machine, and it's got a little bit of a smart aleck response, and it's like you get blown out in space. Little spoiler: you get blown out into space, and you always have your spacesuit on, but you're like, God damn it! So you're trying to get back in, and there's an airlock you have to go to, and the computer opens up, and you're like, oh, it's Kaizen. Hey, can you open airlock D10? And he's just like, who are you? You're like, it's me. And you put in the name you put in first, and he's like, I need more verification. You're gonna have to prove something to me. And I'm like, and you literally have to type this stuff, and you're like, what do you want? What am I supposed to? How am I supposed to prove this? You can type whatever you want. You can type fuck you if you want. And he's like, you're gonna have to tell me what spaceship you came in on. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't remember the name of the spaceship. My oxygen's going down. I got in, it's no problem, but he's just a smart ass, right? But it's actually pretty funny, and it's a stupid little indie game. It's unique. So I've been playing that. I'll probably have a few videos out of that soon, so stay tuned for that. But definitely check it out. It's pretty interesting for the price. So that's what I've been playing. I have a few things written down that we could talk about if we were low on time, but we're sitting at 1:42, so we're getting pretty close. And we have a bit for TV and music, so we can talk about that instead.
Okay, show me the fucking picture. You've had that damn book open.
So basically, that is our platoon logo. is the cat like
what?
yeah, it's pretty funny.
Awesome. Shout out to
Nichijo.
What was that?
Nichijo.
Bless you. All right, moving on. TV's movie.
TV, movies, and music. I don't have anything for music. Guardians of the Galaxy comes out today/tomorrow. My friend got tickets for the early screening today with his girlfriend and asked if I wanted to come, and I said no because all the tickets were sold out already, and I didn't.
It would be awkward to explain that.
Yeah. Very awkward to explain that.
Turned out this was just a long con. He's going to be gone tonight. Christine, I forgot her name for a second. Jesus,
I just went by myself. No. So that's exciting. I'm going to see it in the near future.
Oh yeah.
Not first week, obviously. It's way too packed. But I've seen the first one in theaters and it was amazing to the point where I've seen it again in theaters. But this one hasn't been getting the best reviews. Like it's not #1 material, but of course it's a sequel. But not much you can really do about that. When are you going to see it? What do you think?
Couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely Cineplex, not Carnival.
Oh, fuck Carnival.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, but it's shittier.
It's cheaper, but that's for movies like Colossal and stuff like that.
I'm definitely going to go see that there.
They look like good movies, but I can't always be going to Cineplex for movies that I just like. Yeah.
For one person, to get in, plus food and everything, is what, $40-50?
Ish, yeah. It's crazy. And the whole point is, if you're going to see every movie like that, some movies it doesn't deserve. You don't need to see it like that. Pirates of the Caribbean, you would need to see like that. Because it's a big, lots of fight scenes, ocean scenes, blowing ups.
That's one movie that I actually want to do another marathon of in the theater. Like
Pirates
what
of
I
the
did with Star Wars,
Yeah.
Not Rogue One.
Awakens. Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens, I did that. All back to back to back.
Yeah. That and Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, as long as they cut out the fourth one.
They won't. You know they can't.
Yeah.
They didn't cut out the third one. Star Wars. Anyway. Yes?
Do you have anything else to add for that?
For Guardians of the Galaxy? No. I won't play the game yet, of course. There's
The
the Telltale
Telltale?
game. Yeah. But I think that's the first one, to be fair, so. But I'm not going to play it. I don't play the Telltale games until all 5 chapters are released. Like, I played all the Walking Deads, but of course I waited for them all to come out. I think the 3rd season of that is out right now. And I think it's on, like, chapter 3 or something like that. But I haven't caught up on that, obviously, so. Nope, that's all I got for Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. Colossal, one we were talking about before, a few podcasts ago, came out with the robot trailer. What'd you think of it?
Looks good.
Looks fucking
it
amazing.
It added a lot more to what I was questioning about it. Like, it has a guy saying, I knew it was a good monster, and I think, in the end, the monster
Turns it. Yeah,
it's controlled by her, but, like, does the thing sleep? Like, is there just a constant live feed on the monster, and it's just like it lays down, and they're like, it's sleeping.
Well,
should we attack it? And she feels and wakes up. I don't know.
With that,
'cause she feels pain from the last video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the video or whatever, I saw a scene. It was a split-second scene where, like, there's music or not music, helicopters and shit going around this thing, and then there was like mystic smoke going around. So maybe it just like appeared magically. Because where the fuck would you hide that?
Yeah, exactly. It didn't just grow up. I don't know.
Turns out it's a person.
Yeah. It looks good. I don't know. I will. Like I said, I'll see you in Carnival, right? Toonie Tuesdays. Hey.
Just like your mom. I feel bad. I have.
You're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah. Also, May 23rd, Logan comes out.
On DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Or Blu-ray and everything.
And on the Blu-ray version, they are coming out with an even more depressing black and white version.
That's awesome. Will you watch in black and white, you think?
Fuck no. I'm going to watch it normal version, but yeah.
Well, I watched Sin City. That's all black and white.
I actually didn't mind Sin City.
Sin City was good. They did let me down with A Dame to Kill For. Because that was one of my favorite stories. But, yeah, the first one was pretty good. It warrants a series, but maybe like a Netflix series, maybe not a movie. I don't know.
And you just jinxed it.
Either that or I foreseen the future.
Speaking of Netflix series and shit like that, Amazon came out with a new series. Have you haven't seen it or anything?
I seen the trailer for it, and I also laughed because it's like, oh, Amazon. I'm like,
yeah, just so American Gods. First episode came out. So far, so good.
yeah.
One thing going for it. The very beginning has an intro that's like 8 minutes long that is centered on Vikings.
Nice. Isn't there like a sex scene in the first one?
We're going to get to that. So I've never been more fucking scarred in my entire life. It was a good maybe 5-minute scene. Have you heard about the scene?
No.
Okay. Well, it was to the point where I was just like, make it stop. Why is this going on? Can we please fast forward this? Why the fuck are we watching this? What the hell is going on? I don't know what the hell's happening. Just make it stop. Make it stop. As tears are rolling down my eyes. It was the most shocking what the fuck thing I've ever seen.
Does a guy make love to a boat or?
No.
It's not a
You'll
guy.
you'll just have to see it. You'll just have to see it.
I'm not going to see it. I don't want to watch it. It doesn't look interesting to me.
It actually really is, man.
Well, it's one episode in. You can't say that yet.
It's a good series, although there are a few what the fuck moments. And it has an awesome actor that I liked when he played one of the good guys in 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. That movie. He was one of the, not mercenaries, the bodyguard people.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the bodyguard people, the security forces. He played really well. And he plays an Irish leprechaun.
Nice.
He's a very, very tall person. And the main character was like, so I thought leprechauns were supposed to be short. It was entertaining.
He's like the mountain.
And then one of the things is the main character is like a card trick or not a card trick, but like a coin trick thing. He does tricks with coins and shit like that.
Okay.
And then the leprechaun was blowing his mind because he kept tossing gold coins into cups and shit like that, and they were just appearing out of nowhere. Because he's a leprechaun. It was very entertaining. The audience knew what the hell was going on, but the guy's just like, what the fuck? It's a very... Just watch the first episode.
He's trying to convince me with leprechauns. I don't think it's working. I don't think he understands that leprechauns are weird. Anyway. Upcoming movies. On May 12th, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword comes out. I wasn't originally going to see it because it's not high on my list, but I'll have to because I didn't realize who the director was. Guy Ritchie. Don't look at me like that.
He's the guy that directed... No, wrong guy. I know that name.
Couple of good movies.
And their names are...
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it now.
Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrels.
Definitely seeing it now.
Yeah.
Plus it has the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam. It does look good. I watched the trailer and everything, and of course it's big scene movie, right? Like real popular. It's not like a little indie film, right? But it looks pretty good. I like it.
Jude Law as a prick.
And then of course on May 19th, Alien Covenant comes out.
Not seeing that.
Directed by none other than Ridley Scott.
Not seeing that.
No?
I'm not seeing that.
Why not?
Quit fucking grinning,
I'm not
asshole.
seeing it either. Don't worry.
Fuck that.
I'm on your side with that. Will it be big though? Yeah, it will definitely be really, really big, really popular. No. Biggest one coming out this week, definitely Guardians of the Galaxy.
Can't wait for that.
I can't wait to see it. Yeah.
Cause this fucking Christ. It was the last movie that came out for the Marvel Universe was Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
So this one, what's coming out after this? It would be Spider-Man: Homecoming, right?
Homecoming, and then I think Thor 3. If not Thor 3, then Spider-Man: Homecoming. I don't remember. I think there's been more Thor trailers than Spider-Man's, which usually indicates that it's coming out sooner. But I don't know the exact dates anymore. I used to have it saved on my phone, but then I switched phones. So now I don't. I know. Shocking. But I wanted to discuss, considering we usually have the TVs and movies pretty short, I just wanted to bring up the we can do this with actors or directors. This time I had directors. So what's your favorite Guy Ritchie movie?
Snatch.
Snatch? Yeah.
My dad would beat the shit out of me if I didn't answer that.
100% Snatch. Like, hilarious, right? I love that movie.
Brad Pitt, you can't understand a fucking word he can say.
You like dogs?
Like
what?
What?
Dogs. Dogs. You like dogs? Oh, you mean
dogs?
Yeah. It's like, what? Your accent's no better. What?
Yeah. I love the fucking robbery scene.
Oh, man. It's a security door. That one you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
okay,
the big guy just like opens it up.
What the fuck
it's
you doing?
Push and pull.
Yeah, they're like fucking broken. They're so stupid.
There's like the security camera feed where they take off
man.
the thing and they're just like, they supposed to see this. They're like,
I like when the brick top, right?
Yeah, the
Top, yeah.
gangster guy.
Where he sees and he's like, who are these fucking pricks? And it's like they're sitting there, they're watching the video of them being so stupid. They lose their shotgun to the girl. Like, they're so dumb. That's definitely my favorite. I love Snatch. I love Sherlock Holmes too. But Snatch wins in my books for my favorite movie for his. And my brother would say the same thing. He's the one that showed me that. I liked it ever since. What about Ridley Scott? What's your favorite movie from Ridley Scott?
Name something of his.
Alien.
How about no?
He's done a lot, and mine is Gladiator.
Oh.
I love Gladiator. That was done by him.
Are you not entertained?
Well, I am entertained, but maybe you should have hid the oxygen tanks in the chariot a little bit.
Saw that too.
Oh yeah. He also did American Gangster. Denzel Washington. You ever see that?
I saw that. I didn't really like that one.
You didn't like that one? I like that one.
Also with Russell Crowe. He's the cop.
Yes. I have it here. 1 second, somewhere. Oh, Family, Soviet Womble, Guy Ritchie.
Do 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 do.
Shut.
We're gonna get pulled down now.
Yeah. Copyright. He was born in Hatfield, Hertfordshire, UK. That doesn't sound made up. Ridley Scott. Oh yeah, that's the big one that I was trying to think of. Blade Runner.
Never actually seen that.
You've never seen Blade Runner?
Nope.
Kill yourself.
How about go fuck yourself?
He did The Martian.
Okay.
He's a Sagittarius.
Split between The Martian and Gladiator.
Martian wasn't bad. But
the books are better.
Huh?
Books are better.
The book is 100% better. Now, he's been a producer for 122 films and a director for 39. So, for just going off producer, he's got a large list to look from. He's doing the new Blade Runner, the new Alien Covenant. Just going to pop off some new ones here. Oh my god, he's done a lot of TV movies. Jesus. You know what? Let's go back to director. If we go back to that. Yeah, so The Martian, Exodus, Gods and Kings, Prometheus, Robin Hood, American
was good
Gangster.
too.
That wasn't bad. Kingdom of Heaven, All the Invisible Children, Black Hawk Down, Hannibal, Gladiator, G.I. Jane, Thelma and Louise. There's a few more in here that are like pretty good, interesting ones, but Alien, Blade Runner are probably his most famous ones. Yeah, definitely his most famous ones. No, Guy Ritchie is definitely my favorite out of all of those. So I pretty much look for everything he does, and I've pretty much watched all of the movies he's done. Let's just take a quick look at all of his directorials here. Directorials, that's not a real word. Do you have anything else to add before we end this podcast?
I'm fresh out of news, man. There's nothing else on these two pieces of paper.
Okay, so he's done The Hard Case, which is short. I've never seen that. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I've seen that. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the ending scene.
The ending is amazing.
Yeah, it's just like, well, these two guns are worth like $30 million or whatever. It's like, okay, well, he's going to ditch him off a bridge, and they're phoning him, and he's just like holding on to the guns as the phone's ringing, and he's like...
He does some good work. Snatch, obviously. Swept Away. Okay, I've never seen that. Revolver.
Apparently, I think Snatch is getting a TV release, I think.
Is it?
I think.
Revolver. Have you seen Revolver? Statham?
I think so.
Rock and Roller.
Yes!
Yeah. Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2. The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh my god!
What?
Snatch, TV. Guess who is playing Jason Statham's character?
Who?
Just take a wild guess.
Mr. Clean.
Ron Weasley. Rupert Grint.
That's pretty awesome. And then, of course, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, which I'll see. He's also rumored to be doing Sherlock Holmes 3, obviously, and Aladdin. You hear about that? Aladdin.
What about it?
A live-action movie of Aladdin. He's doing it. Will it be good? I don't know. There's only been one cast and crew rumored to be in it, and it's Will Smith as the genie. To be fair, the only one who could ever do the genie would be Robin Williams. But that's only if he's computer animated. If he actually has to be like Shaq in what was it called? Shazam, yeah. Where he's just always standing there in those stupid parachute pants. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That abomination. No. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome. Have you ever played Shaq Fu? We could go on for years about all these. Anyway,
I hate you.
That's all I got.
What are we fucking at?
We're at about 2 hours.
2 hours and 9 seconds. 10 seconds. 11 seconds. 13 seconds. That's how...
You can't do math? Holy shit. All right. Well, I think we're about due to wrap up then. We're hitting the 2 hour mark. So,
yeah.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please...
I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah. Go back and listen to the other ones. Join us for any new ones. They are released weekly on the Fridays. You can find us on our website at prescribeddosageentertainment.com and on Facebook at YouTube at the same handle, Prescribed Dosage Entertainment. You can also tweet at us on Twitter at PDE_podcast, and you can find each of our handles there. Mine is at MAR_CIN_ORW_SKI, because I knew you were going to ask me to say it.
Or W.
ORWSKI. And yours is?
All capitals, Boulder_PDE.
At Boulder_PDE.
How about fuck yourself?
He doesn't do the Twittery thing very often, but that's where you can find us. Please join us on the website where you can watch our gameplay videos and more. We have constant gameplay, at least a new video every couple days. At least we try.
We often fail.
We often fail, but we try.
And by we, I mean him.
I mean we. By we, he means we. So join us next week, where we'll have some more impressive news to share with all of you lovely people.